I just want to say a few words about Sussex, both the university and our role in the region, because this is why we're so delighted to be hosting this conference today. The University of Sussex was founded in 1961 by visionary local people with fantastic support from the government of the time to be the research university of this area. And we were founded to serve the wider community. That is in our charter, our royal charter. That's what we were set up to do. And that is what we have always done and what we will always do. We've just committed to a new strategy, Sussex 2035, which has three themes. And they're three specialisms where we have a long history of making really innovative, transformational contributions, and where we know that we can make the greatest contribution for the next 10 years. They are digital and data futures, environmental sustainability, and human flourishing. If you go back through Sussex's history, we were there at the very beginning of the informatics revolution. So AI really had its beginnings on this campus. Cognitive science and the early days of computer science meant that Geoffrey Hinton, who got the Nobel Prize for his work in machine learning and AI last year, he did his early work at the University of Sussex. The first ever transatlantic email was sent from this campus to the US in 1973. And right now, on this campus, we're doing record-breaking, world-leading work in developing quantum computers. So digital and data futures are at the heart of our contribution. Environmental sustainability, we have a great track record of really groundbreaking work around the environment. Our business school, which has been the top business school in the country for the last 3 years for business and management research, is doing really fantastic work, for instance, on green finance, but also on environmental policy and how environmental policy can be woven through the work of business and industry. And particularly drawing on the long-established work of SPRU, the Science Policy Research Unit, which has for 50 or more years been doing research on technology development and how to weave technology development into government policy and realise it in the economies of this country and the world. And then human flourishing is our third theme, which is a big category, but is about, for this conference here, it's about economic growth, it's about economic prosperity, it's about sharing the fruits of our wealth more widely, but actually growing the pot. And that's what we're here to talk about today. And I just want to leave you with a few thoughts about what I think is a really exciting proposition that's come out of Sussex, out of the university, but is a proposition for the whole region, and indeed for the whole nation, because it's about our sovereign capability in quantum. Now, Peter Knight, some of you might have heard Peter Knight on the Life Scientific the other day. If you haven't, do listen to it on BBC Sounds. But Peter Knight started his career, he started his undergraduate degree, did his PhD at Sussex, and went on to have led really the whole quantum programme in the UK. And there was very early recognition from David Willits in particular that quantum was something that the UK could really excel in. And indeed we are. And there is world record-breaking work going on this campus right now, led by Professor Hensiger, who was yesterday quoted in The Guardian, a big article about Google and what they were doing in quantum. We've got a proposal to turn this region into quantum Silicon Valley. And it's a proposal that's come out of the research at Sussex and a fantastic spin-out company, Universal Quantum, that is based just 10 miles away from here. It's a proposal that's been mobilising local government, many local industries, because there is a kind of network of industries that will need to come together, that are already here but could grow really significantly. If we were to get the government investment and then also the angel investment, the investment from private investors into growing our scientific research capacity and Universal Quantum into a quantum Silicon Valley. The potential of quantum computing is just mind-blowing, and I'm not a quantum physicist, so I'm not going to give you the spiel on that, but it really is. And it's something that if the UK doesn't seize, we will lose, as we so often lose, our scientific and technological advantage to other countries. The reason Geoffrey Hinton wasn't still in the UK when he got his Nobel Prize was because we lost him to North America. And that is too often what happens to scientific discoveries, technological advancements that happen in the UK, that happen here in Sussex. We need to make sure the investment comes And this region has enormous potential to be the next quantum Silicon Valley. So I'm going to leave you with that thought. There are, of course, many other industries that can really fly in this region. We do need to get Britain growing again, and Sussex can be at the heart of that. And this university is absolutely ready to play a very significant part in that. We are expanding our apprenticeships programs. We want to work with businesses of all sizes to develop the skills of the next generation. And we want to work with, every year we work with at least 900 local businesses. We want to grow that as well. So I will finish here and hand over to the next panel, the first panel, and say thank you. I hope this is a really productive day. I'm really looking forward to hearing everyone.